Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime, we saw that Dolan and his friends arrived in the elf settlement to save them from demon commanders. All of them fought bravely. But then, the leader of those commander, George, showed up, so Dolan took him head-on, as he was on a whole different level than others. But while fighting, George noticed something odd about Dolan and his powers, and Dolan too realized whom he's fighting is a fallen god. So George decided to use his ultimate move, and promised if Dolan survived, he would stop the attack. And just as promised, George stops the attack, and gave 3 days of time to Elf to submit and join Demon Army, or go to war. So the clock was ticking, and since they got help from humans, the leader of 3 tribes holds a meeting in which they called Olivia, headmistress of a magic academy. Olivia is from this village, but settled in the human kingdom. So the elders thought of having her in the meeting would be best to negotiate with humans. Deo, the elf leader, clarifies that they have no intention of submitting and had planned to launch a counterattack. And Alcian said that demons retain their power due to those gate that connects the demon world and this world, so destroying it would give them a sure victory. So Dolan stepped forward to extend his helping hand, and the 3 tribes had wished to resolve it themselves. But they knew Dolan is necessary to fight George and the other commander. So they accepted the offer. Furthermore, Olivia has asked for help from the kingdom as well, so that settles their preparation. But the demon commanders were on edge since they failed to eradicate the elves and had to retreat. Everyone had picked their rivals to deal with. And George remembers his time as a god fighting in the war and watching the ancient dragon fighting from their side. So he has figured out that Dolan is the ancient dragon reborn as a human. And even so, George plans to fight him. At that time, Dolan went out to meet Deodora because he had noticed her wound. She refused to get treated. But Deodora showed the wound inflicted on her by corruption. It was hard to heal. And yet Dolan fixed it like nothing was serious. There Deodora was grieving her friend who died today and wished to get revenge. And after that, Dolan got back after the dinner time. But Joe's sister had joined them. Food was too good that Christina had eaten a lot, and Selena became curious that she maintains her figure despite her appetite, that goes for slim body and perfect size racks. Theo felt envious because she's not developed like them, but they noticed there's a guy in the room, so they decided to continue this talk afterwards. Then, at sleeping time, Dolan saw Selena was at the balcony staring at stars. It was clear that she was stressed about something, that her hands were trembling. So Dolan joined her and saw the beauty she was looking at. But then Dolan brought up their upcoming fight at a time like this. He had noticed Selena's anxiety and felt responsible for dragging her into this. Selena assured him that she's not afraid of the fight. It's just that she was afraid of killing. Even though they were demons and she had a chance to kill one, she just couldn't. Dolan saw no problem in it. He shared that all this time he thought Lamia were cold, but meeting her had changed his mind. All the praise got her shy. And then Dolan gave her a magic stone pendant that he had created himself. It's something he made himself, so it will help her in the battle. But Christina also joined them for the night. And they enjoyed the view and peace before the battle. There Selena decided to save this village, and was determined to do so. And after that, Selena was able to sleep. There Chris asked Dolan about superhumans, but the guy did not know himself, so Chris went to sleep, and after that comes the time for the counterattack. They had divided their forces to take out the gates separately, but Selena took off on her own to fight on the other side, so they respected her wish and continued to pave the way to other gates. At that time, George was eagerly waiting for Dolan, and other commanders were ready as well. They all got to fight their rivals, Deodora and everyone. Jaren was fighting with Joe's squadron while Selena came in to settle the score. Meanwhile, Chris and Dolan were still on the carriage, but Chris was worried about Selena. So Dolan stopped her and told her he had given her a special magic stone that will help her in battle. So Chris puts her trust in Selena, and just then, Gielud and the resistance force collides, but beastmen were holding him off. So Chris took the carriage and crashed it right onto him. And right away, she took out her El Sparta sword to fight. Through their battle, Gielud kept calling her superhuman, which Christina had no idea what it was, but away from their Deodora was picking her fight with Rapharsia. She tried to blow away her missed power, but Rapharsia countered it with an attack she created by using life energy. She had gathered all the dead elf to pull it off. and Deodora's vines withers away the moment it touches her mist. Seeing no other option, Deodora broke her seal to use her forbidden powers. She had the same life, sucking mist power. But Rafflesia overpowered her in just moments as their power clashed. She was sure she's gonna win, but suddenly she felt immense pain on her face, and suddenly a rose came out of that. Deodora reminds her that when she scratched her face with her vines the last time, she inserted some seeds through that cut. So even before this fight started, Deodora was victor all along. She watched the rose and vines coming out of Rafflesia that crushed her death, but she had no power left to fight any further, so Dolan killed other minions to save her. At that time, Selena was paralyzed as she was hanged into a tree, and Dolan, he used a recovery spell on Deodora and destroyed that gate. Seeing those wings on his back, Deodora realized Dolan isn't a normal human. So Dolan revealed his soul is of a dragon from his previous life. After that, he decided to go off to help others, and Theo brought Selena down from the tree. Both siblings took out the branch from her tail, but it leaves a big hole in her. But Dolan's magic crystal healed her quickly. But things weren't looking good on this end. So Theo tells Selena to flee. At least she could save her life. And for Christina, she learned from Gielud that superhumans are considered monsters among humans, which is why they are excluded from their own human society. Chris had been ostracized as well, so she knew, because history tells them that superhumans have killed demons, fallen gods, and even the ancient dragon. Dragon was killed by the hero, by the way, so Chris realized her power's origins. And realizing that awakened a new level of power with which she killed Gielud. But she didn't like the hero background because she knew the hero had betrayed the dragon back then. And that same dragon meets George, and he bowed down to Dolan to show his respect. But his wish to fight hasn't changed, because now he can inflict damage onto Dolan as he's in a human form. George knew Dolan wouldn't go all out here, so he offered a place in Demon World for a fight, and Dolan too decided to go out there to defeat him. But this is where our episode 8 and 9 ends. Yet stay tuned to watch more of its episode on my channel, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Till then, take care.